I think we have seen more than anything across our customer base, folks investing into building their own universities. Interestingly, investing more into kind of the EQ side. You hear this a lot, like hiring for attitude, not aptitude. You see that happening in more intentional ways where, some guys listening to this, guys and gals coming from the same background I did, because when I first heard it, I rolled my eyes too, where it's like, oh, we're going to do trust falls. We're going to start doing, psychoanalysis on technicians, right? But getting a sense of what someone cares about, what kind of, what drives them and how they're motivated is really helpful in managing them and understanding what kind of contributor they're going to be. So I'm seeing an interesting number of companies, kind of small, medium, and large, investing into understanding the soft skills first and saying the technical piece we can figure out, and so that's coming more and more for sure.
Yeah, I guess there's like pros and cons to that. I mean, especially when like over here, certainly in Australia, where you can't go hire a plumber who doesn't have that certification, for example. Like you've got to
Right.
have that qualification. It'd be like you wouldn't go hire someone who's a doctor just based on the fact they've got a good attitude, right? They've got to. So there's a certain um, level of criteria which needs to become relevant at some point in that
Yeah.
conversation. However, one of the big things, and this kind of plays in, I think, to part of the conversation when is the development of existing team members through our system, and whether that's them serving apprenticeships or whatever it might be. That's a really powerful way that you can take someone on in the beginning with a good attitude and then train them through the process to earn the skills or the qualifications they
Hmm.
need in order to do the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think the combination of being able to give them resources to do that and showing them the path, I think that's the other thing we're seeing quite a bit as well, is defining and documenting the path out of the gate. So
Yeah.
they understand how are they structured, technician 1, 2, 3, or whatever the case may be, journeyman level. It gives them a clear path to drive through that, and then empowering them with, tools that kind of symbolically, at least, or at least closely resemble the kind of tools they use from a technology perspective as a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, And so I think that's the common clash between technology businesses and users, is trying to understand that line of, oh, I built it because it's cool, but I didn't think about the user and what they really need or they need to see in the field, and trying to find that balance of effective against, we just built it because we can.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so I think it runs all the way through.
adoption's always the biggest thing with tech. Like we have a lead management system that we deploy for all of our clients, and that adoption into that tool and those processes is really important, because if they otherwise it just sits there and they don't use it, and then that has a ripple effect right down to every level of the business in essence.
Yeah.